Can you tell I'm having a rough day? Look at this. The bags under my eyes might give it away. Just a small hint right now. Oh my god. It's one of those where nights I had last night where it was like I had a long work day. Not that I do the hardest thing on the planet, fine, but just a lot of shit was going into it. And actually, there's a story to be told there. I don't know if I should tell on this channel or second because everything's hate speech and sexually explicit. You can't say anything anymore, and I'm already treading thin ice here, so I might have to put on JVTV2, but it's worth it probably. So people have been asking me. I have a few people who asked me to, I take requests every now and then, and said, I want you to react to something called Grey Gardens. There's a documentary called Grey Gardens. And I thought I was going to watch something about horticulture, about plants, and maybe, photosynthesis doesn't have something to do with plants. I mean, I remember that word being tossed about in science class while I was tossing, pencils and other things that, the dumb kids in the corner and just kind of laughing and pretending I didn't do it. But so I I YouTube the documentary, and what I was confused about was first thing that came up was I thought it was a movie because apparently in 2009 there was a movie made starring Jessica Lange and Crooked Mouth Drew Barrymore. I love Drew Barrymore. I think she's the best person ever. But there's something about that. They talk like that. It once in a while just makes me want to fucking rip my own ears off. I don't know, but she's like, I think the world of her. I really do. It's such a shitty thing for me to say, but it's just she's got that little thing that I'm sure a lot of people think is really, really cute. But every now and then I can tolerate it. But once in a while I hear it and I'm like, stop doing that. And then they had Jessica Lange with her, with her pulled back face. Jesus, lady, you cannot afford to get one more. She can't get one more pullback. I don't know what else she could possibly do. What skin they're gonna find because her eyes are gonna be where her ears are. She's gonna be seeing this way. And she's gonna be walking all funny because of that shit. Because it's gonna throw off her fucking her equilibrium. But what? So and I saw the actual documentary. It's a documentary from 1976 about these two crazy women, and one is a very very old crazy woman and one is a semi very old crazy woman, and I was confused, and I'm gonna sit here right now and tell you and admit I failed. I have not watched the whole thing. I don't think I will watch the rest of the whole thing because it made no sense whatsoever, and I was annoyed the entire time. What I what I know from it, what I did see is the first thing I see is there's these two women living in this fucking mansion that's like one of those haunted mansions out of like a scary movie or something like that. There's like weeds all around it and shit, but they're pretending everything's normal. And this documentary was filmed in 1976. It was filmed the year I was born. So, Jesus, I'm old. But anyway, yeah, so the first thing I see is this woman who's wearing this long, like, hippie scarf, and she's dressed in, like, almost like a fucking, like, she looks like a milkmaid or something like that. She's like, so mother's very upset. Yeah, she just gets on my nerves sometimes. I'm gonna go outside and stand in my pretty 70s scarf and then not listen to her. She's out on the sun deck, she's sunbathing, but it's time to pay the milkman or pay this guy for his check. I gotta write this check out and get mother to sign it. I don't know what to do. She looks unsure of everything she's saying, and this documentary, what I've seen of it so far, it disturbed even me. I can't even really make fun of it that well because I was sitting there just with my mouth agape, like, what the fuck happened to this woman? Well, first off, let's start. It's a mother and a daughter, and they've apparently lived in this house together for 5 million years at this point. I'm assuming they're not alive anymore because both of them, one of them would be 300 and the other would be like 156 or so. I don't know. Other would be dead as far as I know. But they were relatives of Jackie Kennedy. And at some point, Jackie Kennedy was even like tapped on the shoulder, but hey, you know those two crazy women that live in that one house? Yeah, what about it? Yeah, never mind your husband fucking everything and walks, honey. But you got to do something about them because they're hoarding up and they're going to go to the papers and you've got to clean the house. I mean, pay somebody. I don't know what to tell you. So Jackie Kennedy is somehow involved. I don't know if they're her cousins. I don't know what they are exactly. I didn't get that far. But she does pay for their house to be cleaned. Only for them to dirty it up again, it looked like to me. I'm sorry. If I paid for fucking somebody's hoarded house to be cleaned the fuck out, and I was back there about a few months later, or I even saw on the news or something, they start leaving things everywhere, and there's radios hanging upside down and shit like that, I would burn that house down with them in it. Are you fucking kidding? And they're supposed to be eccentric women. Like, the one part I saw, and this is just what kind of threw me at the beginning, was that the mother is sun tanning outside. Like, her old Jurassic boobies are out. And I don't want to see an old woman with her boobies out. That just bothers me. And why? Why am I watching this? And she's sitting there and she's complaining and criticizing everything the daughter says or does. Like the daughter comes out, it's like, so this is mother, and today, are they Jews? Because she talks very like New York Jewish. Like, it doesn't make a difference, but that's what I gathered. I didn't think Jackie Kennedy was Jewish. I'm all kinds of confused with this shit. So anyway, she comes out, she's like, yeah, so this is a house. We've lived here for 5 million years and we're never going to move. My mother, emotionally abuses me and doesn't want me to ever really grow up. I'm 56 years old. I was like, whoa, 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 back up. She did look, she looked deranged, but she looked like a good deranged for 56. She looked younger than that, but I'm like, you are 56 and your mom is making you live with her in this big mansion. Bitch, move out. Get a waitress job. What the fuck? It's not worth it. But she's so probably brainwashed by this mom who's crazy. They spend their day. This is the scariest documentary I've ever seen. I haven't even finished the whole fucking thing. They spend their days listening to the radio together. And I know it's 76, but I know there were TVs back then. I mean, they just sit near each other in this dilapidated bedroom, and the mother starts singing like, you used to love your dancing. Remember, you used to dance before I ruined your life and didn't let you go. And I'm foaming at the mouth. Didn't let you do anything with your life, and I made you live in this crazy shit house with me. Remember when you had a chance at life? You look very good for 56 years old. I mean, your forehead is about 8 times the size of a normal girl's, but you look very good for 56 years old, darling. I love you. Now, wash my corns on my feet. Wash my corns, selfish bitch. Come on, it's time for emotional abuse. I still can't get over her boobs hanging out. She knows the camera's there. And even at one point, the daughter is saying, do you want to cover? Do you want to cover yourself? I have to give the man his check. The man is here who needs his check, and I need you to write out the check. I've got nothing to hide. I'm not ashamed. I'm so old and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, throw a towel over her. Better yet, throw a towel over her head and push her off the balcony. She's crazy. She's senile. Isn't there money to be had somewhere? The only way I understand this makes sense, and like I said, I haven't gotten to the end of it yet. I don't know if I will. I don't know why this documentary bothers me, but it bothers me. It makes me uncomfortable. I can watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and masturbate and laugh, but this fucking documentary, the 30 to 40 minutes I've seen of it so far, I'm scared. I'm just scared, and I'm confused, and I don't understand what I'm watching. Maybe because it's filmed in 1976 and they're living in a creepy house. Do you people know this story? I mean, obviously the people that asked me to watch it, but I have never heard of this story in my life. I didn't even know there was a movie made of it. So now I'm debating. Here's the big debate here. I might peace out on the documentary. I really can't say. I'm just drifting off, and it's bothering me. I don't know why it's bothering me for some reason. I think because the daughter is so emotionally damaged or something, and I'm like, and the mom creeps me out and thinks she's, 22 again and is prone to breaking into song. It's just all kinds of, there's something about those two that just creep me the fuck out. If I broke down the side of the road one night and I wandered, and I know they're 2 older women, wandered over there and I saw those 2 answer the door. It's like, hi, how can I help you? Mother has her breasts up and everything's gonna be fine. Do you like my new 70s scarf I'm wearing on my head? Isn't it very Mary Tyler Moore? Do you like it? Rhoda stole it from me. I'm telling you the truth right now. I would run screaming. I would run into the arms of the Chainsaw Hillbillies rather than fucking these 2. I'd be like, no, because they're up to some more. They've got humans in the basement. They're selling and eating and having sex with every now and then, and maybe I don't know. They're just creeping me the fuck out. But now I'm thinking, if somebody can link it to me or something, like I am willing, God help me, I'm willing to watch the movie, the 2009 movie, because I think I'll get a better understanding of what's going on, and I'll be more far removed from this nightmare. This is creepy. I don't know, but is this a thing? Is this like a kitschy documentary that's super famous that I didn't know about just because it's fucking batshit? I don't know, but somebody asked me a couple people asked me, kept doing my thing on Grey Gardens. This is what I think of Grey Gardens. Terrified. I'm terrified. The looks of them bother me. I know it's a horrible thing to say, but the daughter looks misshapen, and she looks good. She looks younger for her age, but like I said, she looks like she's been embalmed. And the grandmother's like half dead, sitting over, or the mother is half dead, sitting over there, and just they're weird. They're beyond weird. I've covered some weird people on YouTube, but it's the weirdest 2 women I've ever seen. It's like Remember that old show? If you're, well, not if you're a millennial. If you're a millennial, just tune out right here. But Laverne and Shirley. It would be like if Laverne and Shirley. It's like Laverne was a lot like 50 years older than Shirley, and they were both meth heads, and they'd somehow gotten off of meth, but decided they needed to live together forever in an abandoned meth house. That's kind of, but a gigantic one. That's kind of what the documentary is like to me. But let me know if you know about this, if you know about this story, and where I can watch the 2009 movie because I don't have HBO. I'm not paying for it, so that's not going to happen. If it's somewhere else, you can link it, and I'll check it out. Uh, this really bothered me. I don't know why. Maybe because it was really late last night. I'm watching it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I was gonna have nightmares about this shit. I kept seeing grandma's boobies out there on the fucking sun deck or whatever, and the daughter, and the fucking antiquated radio, and the mom bursting into her bad singing every now and then. I like, oh, make it stop. So I did, like this. I pressed stop. I tried. I really did.